Good morning. My name is Archer Okerman, and I will be Master of Ceremonies for today's Eagle Court of Honor for Jackson Rothgeb. I'd like to ask you all to please silence your cell phones at this time. Ladies, gentlemen, and honored guests, please rise for the presentation of colors. For those not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. Troop attention, color guard, advance, right hand salute. Color guard, post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Color guard dismissed. I would now like to invite up Seth Warman for invocation.
Please prepare yourself in the manner you are accustomed to. For food, for fellowship, for life, for opportunity. In your name we pray, amen.
Troop Eddies, you may now be seated. At this time, I would like to invite up Mr. Rothgeb and Ms. Laurel to the stage for a welcome of family and honored guest introductions.
TC and I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here today to celebrate our son Jackson and his Eagle Court of Honor. Having you here means more to us than we could ever put in words. I'd like to begin by offering special recognition and heartfelt thanks to our family members, dear friends, and honored guests who have traveled near and far to be with us. We have Jackson's sisters, Lily and Olive, here today. We have Jackson's grandma, Dee Dee Weaver, my mom, and Jackson's aunt and uncle, Greg and Ashley, who have just been a constant source of support and motivation for Jackson. And then we have cousins and great aunts and uncles. Having you here just really means so much to us. And then we're honored to welcome our Huntington Beach City Mayor, Mayor McKeon. Thank you so much for being here. And Mr. Batey, Jackson's 11th grade history teacher, who he has really looked to as a mentor and somebody with such a strong character that he has been so inspired by. Thank you for being here. And we're also so privileged to have so many of our older scouts that have really laid such a strong foundation for the troop and been such a source of guidance and mentorship for Jackson. I see Cyrus here, we have Maxwell here, Nikolai, and many of our 2023 Philmont Trek crew that Jackson did this amazing trek with, and all of you who have gone on to Eagle. So it just really speaks to the strength of the brotherhood of scouting, and we're really, really honored to have you here today. Would you like to say a few words? Okay.
So she's very organized, and I'm dad. So I actually had something written up, but I was thinking about it. I just got back from Virginia, spending a month with my dad after so many years. And one of the things he talked about is how proud he was of myself, of my children. And silly enough, when I think about that, it was like, no, why are you proud of me? What did I do? I have we have three amazing children, Olive, Lily, and Jackson. The day it's Jackson. It's your day, buddy. And one thing I always had the hardest time with is accepting the fact that I did something great or magnificent. And you guys are three of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life, and you're great human beings. But Jackson, be proud of yourself. Today is your day. And it's an amazing accomplishment. One little thing I got through it is a few little embarrassing stories. I won't be too long, I promise. So the first time, Jackson had me set him up for a patrol, for his hike up to the one in Palm Springs. I never remember the name. But he goes, I need all this food for the patrol. And I knew that for the meetings, they would split up the food. So I thought, man, it's the night before, it's late, Albertsons is the only thing open, so tried to be as smart as I could be. Got them all set up, dropped them off. I get a call from Mr. Henricks the day they're driving back. He's like, what did you do to your son? I was like, what are you talking about? Jackson had 4 or 5 cans of beef ravioli, He had fruit, nuts, snacks, all these things, water in his pack, and hiked it all the way up that mountain as like a first or second year scout. So never complained. Mr. Henrik said that he sat there and watched him. It was like he just kept going, but we see he's moving slow. And so we talked about it. And the reason I want to tell that story is because the most amazing thing I ever seen, if you're on Catalina, Jackson's first year in Catalina, oh, this is crazy, but we went across that mountain, and the first day, Jack had got a rock, or his socket got twisted in his shoe, and anybody does more than a mile, you'll know what that does to your feet. So at some point, it's like the troop had to go a little, our group had to go a little bit further ahead, so we stopped, and I unloaded his bag, and I just put it all in my bag. We get down there, and he had a hard time. I tried to carry him. He wouldn't let me. But we get down to I wake up in the morning, and he's pulling all that stuff back out and sticking it into his pack. And I look at this kid, I'm like, you don't have to do that. No, it's fine. On top of that, 3 days of this, and it's not an easy hike. I was in the Marines. It's not an easy hike. We're getting to the very end. We're almost there, but it's a long way down. One thing Jack always kind of struggled with was downhill. And here's this kid going like 2 feet at a time. Doom, doom. He just stopped. And me and the other scouters offered multiple times. Hey, fight church. I was like, no, I'm doing this. And I'm kind of behind that is watch him go through scouts to come from this little awkward, quiet little boy who, a little antisocial, to this lovely brotherhood that this troop has provided to him and helped him to develop into the incredible man that he is today. So thank you.
Thank you, Archie. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all. Let's give another round of applause for the parents. We all know that without them, this journey isn't even possible, so well done. Not easy to speak, to get up here and talk. You guys did a fantastic job. So it's my pleasure to share some personal details about Jackson, but also mainly give his troop accomplishments, and they are vast. In fact, I've got about a phone book up here to read all, just kidding, but there's a lot of stuff, okay? I can't wait to speak about this in my Scoutmaster Minute as well. So first of all, Jackson has been a scout much of his life. He was with Pack 101 before joining Troop 1, and what age did you join there? Were you in Lions there? 6 years old, maybe? Okay, 5 or 6 years old. So the majority of your life has been in Scouts. And some Scouts will join Cub Scouts a little later or possibly just come into Boy Scouts. But Jackson joined right at the beginning as early as he could. So Pack 101 at Huntington Beach, and then came over here and bridged to Troop 1. Jackson had an amazing Scout career. And I'm going to go over just a few of the things that he's accomplished in his years as a Troop 1 Scout. He held various leadership positions. He was in a multitude of patrols, can't even remember all the names of them, I'm sure. But he was a patrol leader, he was an instructor twice, and then he served as an assistant senior patrol leader on our leadership corps. Get ready for these, okay? Here are the stats. It's my favorite part, I love this. He had 310 miles hiked. 310 miles hiked. In case you're wondering how far that is on a map, just open your phone and put it into Google Maps and figure it out. But it's pretty far. I'm sure you can do a multitude of your favorite cities and then find that you could get there with him just hiking. 113 nights hiked, or nights camped, also a lot, anything over 100. 55 bike miles, 40 water miles, which can be canoeing and or doing stand-up boarding, anything you do in the harbor and stuff, things of that nature, and 77 service hours. So just to repeat that, 310 miles hiked, 113 nights camped, 55 miles biked, 40 water miles, and 77 service hours. That is quite the accomplishment. Very well done. He went through the ranks, earning his Eagle, and he had a total of 35 merit badges. And for some of you that don't know, we have extra accomplishments after you earn the 21 required merit badges for Eagle. With every 5 that you get after that, you're able to earn these things called palms, Eagle palms. And they, without boring you and complicating too much, for every 5 merit badges after the required ones, you get extra palms. And he earned a bronze and a gold palm, and so did a very fantastic job in earning more merit badges than that was required of him to earn Eagle. So fantastic job. He was also, besides being present at so many things, he went to Philmont in 2023. Philmont is scouting paradise. For any of you guys that don't know about Philmont, it is one of the National Council's high adventure camps, and Troop 1 has made it an amazing tradition to go to Philmont every other year. And Jackson went there in 2023 and had an amazing 14-day trek, I believe, right? 14-day trek, and did a fantastic job there as well. And as a fellow Philmont guy, we'll always share that. Where are my Philmont guys? Raise your hand. We'll always share it. Love it. Mr. Bucher just went like this. You stop it. Yes, we'll always share that, so fantastic. I'm glad that we've been to those same places together. One story I wanted to share, I was asked to share it, just in dealing with the accomplishments in his career, but one thing is really cool. When any specific thing happens to you that has the scouts around you, actually creating a culture around something that happened to you, it's worth speaking about in your troop accomplishments. So I was asked to tell a story about the Yellow Jacket incident. Jackson is on the Dripping Springs Orienteering camp out, right? And that's where we actually can have the scouts go out and camp on purpose, not camp on purpose. They go out there to learn orienteering as part of the camp out. So he was walking down a trail at the end of it, and one of the scouts moved a branch out of the way, which was he was in front of Jackson. The branch whipped back, hit Jackson, and just happened to have a yellow jacket nest in it. And those yellow jackets decided that they'd like to make a new home in Jackson's jacket. So after getting stung multiple times and shaking them out and making sure to check for anaphylactic shock, good thing he's not allergic, he's fine. They went back, Max and him went back to their newest patrol with Cooper Larkins, right? And they all agreed that the newest patrol name would be Yellow Jackets. So, round of applause for getting stung and affecting troop culture. Great job, dude. Love it. So I wanted to, on a personal note, outside of Scouts, I'd love to share some other leadership positions that Jackson has held. He had 3 years as an American Sign Language Club co-leader. He received the Edison High School Character Award for ASL as well. That's really cool, honestly, great job. He was in the Edison High School Band, Orchestra, first chair trumpet. We all know in Troop 1 Jackson's trumpet accolades. He served as the first chair for the school musical Legally Blonde, trumpet and flugelhorn. He's been a marching band section leader, a jazz band brass section leader. He's prided himself on providing leadership and support to his fellow band members and doing his best to mentor those members. And I wonder where you learned how to mentor and lead right here at Troop 1. So great job bringing that to the band. He's also taken on many instruments, and he prefers trumpet, but he can include mellophone, French horn, flugelhorn, and trombone. So an accomplished musician, as well as a home for Yellow Jackets, as well as an Eagle Scout. What he's doing, it's just amazing. So congratulations, Jackson, and that's all I have. But I can't tell you how proud we are of you and all of your accomplishments. And these 310 miles hiked, man, that's crazy. I just keep looking at that. So keep it up. But thank you. Appreciate it. So before I get off the stage here, or go back to my seat, I'd like to introduce a very special guest. Newly elected, we're so happy you could be here. I welcome to the stage the mayor of Huntington Beach, Casey McKeon. Jackson, come on up as well.
Another Eagle Quarter of Honor to the Eagle Scout celebration for a young man, Jackson Rothgeb, achieving his Eagle Scout badge, which is an amazing achievement. I always say I love coming to these events. It's a great honor because becoming an Eagle Scout takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, and it really builds a strong foundation for future success in life. So I'm really honored and privileged to come here and be a part of his Quarter of Honor ceremony. Troop 1 just keeps producing and pumping out Eagle Scouts. We're so proud of it. It's an amazing organization, and it really sets these young men and women on for future success to be really great pillars in our community, and I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you guys so much for inviting me. It's an honor and privilege. This is my second Eagle Scout Quarter of Honor ceremony. It's just an amazing achievement. I mentioned it last time for Nikolai and now for Jackson. You guys should just be so proud of what you've accomplished. As everyone knows, it takes so much hard work and dedication and just drive to achieve what you have. And just you'll remember this for the rest of your life, and you should, because it's such an amazing achievement, and it really sets you on a strong footing and foundation for the rest of your life for success. And you guys are such great leaders in the community. My cousin Cyrus is here, so please tease him because he's going to have his Court of Honor this year. He committed to me. Because you guys will look back in life and just, I know it might be tough now, right, when you're a little bit younger and you're kind of shy and you don't want to get up here and receive all these acknowledgments, but you guys have earned it. And for the rest of your life, you'll look back and be so proud of this moment. Your friends and family are here, but also from the city, as the mayor of Huntington Beach, we're so proud of, who you guys are, what you become, the strong leadership skills you demonstrate, and just an example for the rest of the youth in our city. And we're so proud of Troop 1. I mean, you guys are just keep pumping out Eagles, so it's awesome. And you guys really represent the best of Huntington Beach. So on behalf of the city of Huntington Beach, I want to give Jackson Rothgeb a commendation. There you go, my friend. All right, want to take a photo? All right, let's go.
I would now like to invite up our guest speaker, Connor Bate, who is Jackson's history teacher in the 11th grade.
Good morning, everybody. Before I get started on my speech, I would just like to say thank you, Jackson, for inviting me here today. It's an incredible honor to be speaking on your behalf. Jackson's one of those students that every teacher wants. There have been many occasions last year where I would ask a question for the class and hoping everyone's hand would go up. No one's hand would go up. Jackson was the kid that would rescue me in those occasions. Jackson, it's an incredible honor to be speaking here for you. Good morning, families, friends, troop leaders, honored guests. My name is Connor Bate. I had the distinct privilege of having Jackson in my U.S. history class. As a teacher, you quickly learn that there are students who simply occupy a desk, and then there are students who occupy the room. Jackson is without a doubt the latter. When Jackson asked me to speak today, I immediately thought about his curiosity. In my classroom, Jackson wasn't satisfied with just knowing the dates or the names of battles. He had his hand up, asking the hard questions, the whys and the hows. He didn't just want to memorize history, he wanted to understand the human decisions. But what truly stands out to me is how Jackson approached our class. While some students might hang back, Jackson fully immersed himself. Whether we were simulating the immigrant process at Ellis Island or exploring the decision-making behind the Cold War, he jumped in with both feet. He brought energy, focus, and a level of commitment that raised the bar for his peers. That is why I am not surprised to see him standing here today receiving these honors. The traits I saw in history class, an inquisitive mind, a willingness to participate fully, and a commitment to excellence, are the exact same traits that make him a model Eagle Scout. Jackson, you have studied the history of great leaders in my class, and today you are proving that you have the character to become one yourself. You truly deserve this recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Jackson Rothgeb. And your dad's right. Don't forget, this day is yours. Remember that. Enjoy it. Soak it in, man. Soak it in. Thank you, everybody.
We will now have a slideshow presentation highlighting some of Jackson's 10-plus year journey through scouting. This slideshow presentation was put together by Lily Rothgeb, Jackson's older sister. Thank you, Lily, for that presentation. I would now like to introduce Mr. Hay to discuss all the requirements which must be fulfilled for a scout to earn the rank of Eagle.
Today I will be talking about the requirements needed to obtain the rank of Eagle. Through a series of 5 rank advancements, Scouting provides a boy with continual growth stages, each with an increasing level of challenge and difficulty. Starting with the rank of Scout and moving through Tenderfoot, Second Class, First Class, Star Scout, and Life Scout. Eagle is the highest rank a boy can earn, and only a small percentage of those who start attain this rank. After earning Life Scout, a boy must complete the following in order to merit the Eagle rank. 1. Be active in your troop and patrol at least 6 months after you have achieved the rank of Life Scout. Show Scout spirit. Demonstrate that you will live by the principles of the Scout Oath and Law in your daily life. Earn a total of 21 merit badges, including the following required badges. First Aid, Citizenship in the Community, Citizenship in the Nation, Citizenship in Society, Citizenship in the World, Communications, Personal Fitness, Emergency Preparedness or Life-Saving, Environmental Science or Sustainability, Personal Management, Swimming, Hiking or Cycling, Camping, Family Life, and Cooking. While a Life Scout, serve actively for a period of 6 months in a position of responsibility. Also, while a Life Scout, plan, develop, and give leadership to others in a service project, otherwise known as your Eagle Project. This service project must benefit a religious institution, a school, or your community. The project plan must be approved by the organization benefiting from the project, as well as your Scoutmaster, troop committee, and the council or district before you start. Take part in a Scoutmaster conference and successfully complete a Council Eagle Scout Board Review. Jackson Rothgeb has successfully completed all of these requirements.
Will Eagle escorts Maxwell Okerman and Nikolai Martin please escort Eagle candidate Jackson Rothgeb to the stage? This is the voice of the eagle, the eagles whose height you struggled hard to reach. We remember well when you first came to the base of the cliff and how you looked up with ambition and determination. At that time, you were a candidate for scouting. You were exposed to the living by the Scout Oath and Law, and you began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. You were indeed a scout. Look back for a moment. Look back down the cliff you have climbed. Look back at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten, and you should profit by making sure that the adverse ones do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you will be its teachers. We remember when you took your first step on the trail that led upward. All the while you were on the trail, we watched. We watched you study, and then we saw you were learning by doing. Then your brother scouts called you a tenderfoot. And they were right, you were indeed a tenderfoot. But you were not a tenderfoot for long. For soon you reached the first ledge and you were greeted by a large group of second-class scouts. Some, like yourself, were stopping to catch their breath before continuing along the trail. You began to study more. You worked harder. And almost before you knew it, you came to the ledge where first-class scouts left. There you found a tempting green meadow by a crystal-clear stream that bathed in the sun. Here you were tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there to live in the glory of first class, but your ambition spurred you on. We remembered your progress and you became a Star Scout. You found that the trail from first class had been an optical illusion, not as difficult as it seemed. This spurred you on. Again, you climbed further. Now the trail was steeper. Now it was less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. You looked back and saw the crowds below. You looked up and saw a few above. and with the same determination with which you started your climb, you continued on the trail. Soon was the badge of Life Scout, the heart badge that was placed upon your uniform. You will never forget the thought in your heart. It has been experienced by most scouts on reaching the ledge of life. Now I am close to you. I will carry on. The trail became tougher, but more interesting. The original simple principles, the scout oath, law, now had further meaning. You understood them. Your understanding of them was greater. Yes, we have watched your character unfold and become more manly. We have watched your leadership ability expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all these things in you. And now that you are on the threshold of your goal, we welcome you. For you have done your climb in the true scout plan. As candidate Jackson Rothgeb conducted himself in a manner that endless hope exemplified the scout.
He has.
Your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You have conducted yourself in a manner that exemplifies the real meaning of scout. You will now rededicate yourself by repeating the scout oath. Repeat it slowly as you stand with your left hand on the freedom cloth. Resolve to uphold forever its principles, the same ambition and perseverance that has brought you this far. Will all scouts and scouters please rise and give the scout sign?
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Two. Please be seated. The awarding of the Eagle rank is an important and serious matter. The achievement of this goal is a culmination of many years of work. Integral to this achievement are the multitude of diverse contributions by your leaders and counselors along the way. It is an occasion for pride and joy, and a time of serious contemplation. We realize that this is the highest and most coveted rank in Scouting. It is the last major step in the advancement program. If we have not achieved our purpose in the building of character, in the training of leadership, and in the practice of service, we probably never will. It is therefore right and proper that the Troop 1 Committee, the Pacific District Advancement Committee, and the National Council of Boy Scouts of America have made a careful examination of the application of this candidate. His records have been reviewed as to leadership in the troop, in school affairs, and elsewhere so far as possible. His merit badge records have been certified by the various merit badge counselors appointed by the district. Teachers, pastors, parents, neighbors, and many others have been interviewed regarding the applicant. In light of these various inquiries, it has been found that Jackson Rothgeb is qualified for the Eagle badge. However, if anyone knows any reason why this scout should not be awarded the rank of Eagle, please let them speak now.
We are some of those who have received the Eagle Award and represent all Eagle Scouts in the Pacifica District. We do not object to the awarding of this badge, but we believe that the applicant should understand that the Eagle rank is a responsibility as well as an honor. We respectfully ask that the applicant be informed of the responsibilities of an Eagle Scout before the badge is awarded.
I concur with your feelings. Please state his responsibilities for the applicant.
The first responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. An Eagle's honor is sacred. Honor is the foundation of all character. Character is what one really is deep down inside, not what someone thinks one is. An Eagle will so live that he will reflect credit upon his home, his church, his school, his friends, and upon himself. May the white of your badge remind you to live with honor.
The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. Without loyalty, all character lacks direction. An Eagle Scout is loyal to his ideal. To thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night of day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Neither pain nor profit, pride nor personal loss shall swerve him in his loyalty. The blue is an emblem of loyalty.
The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is courage. Courage gives all character, force, and strength. Trusting in God with faith is in his fellow man. He faces each day unafraid and seeks his share of the world's work to do. Let red remind you always of courage.
The final obligation of an Eagle Scout is service. He extends a helping hand to those who still toil up the scouting trail he has completed, just as others helped him in his achievement of the Eagle rank. The meaning of the daily good turn must take on new meaning and blossom forth in a life of service. He protects and defends the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while demanding his own. His code of action is based upon the belief that real leadership must be found upon real service. Gentlemen of the court, if this applicant is willing and eager to accept the responsibilities of the badge as well as its honor, we cordially welcome him to the ranks of Eagle Scouts around the world.
Jackson Rothgeb, are you willing to accept these responsibilities?
Yes, I am.
At this time, I'd like to invite all Eagle Scouts in attendance to come up on stage to form an Eagle's Nest behind the candidate. As you approach the podium, please state your name and the year you received your Eagle.
Nikolai Martin, 2025.
Maxwell Okerman, 2025.
Garrett Hay, 2001.
Cyrus Will, 2025.
Jared Axton, 2025. Joseph Clossy, 1997.
Phil Palmquist, 1975.
Ray Burgess, 1983.
Peter Wilt, 1991.
Guy Bucher, 1981.
With your acceptance of these responsibilities as an Eagle Scout, I'd like to ask Mr. Guy Bucher to give you the Eagle Charge.
It's Jackson Rothgeb. Today I have the honor to give you the Eagle Scout Charge on the occasion of your elevation to Scouting's highest rank. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant youth movements in world history. Now, the Boy Scouts of America have judged you worthy of this high rank. All of us, especially those in the inner circle that are about to welcome you to our ranks, rejoice in your achievement. This marks the culmination of one of your first major goals, but for you it's also the beginning of many major goals in the future. Your new position, as you know, is one of both honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you've assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, your country, your fellow Scouts, and to mankind. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligation, you bring honor to yourself, your family, to your fellow Scouts. When you fail, you bring down by so much the good name of all worthy Scouts. This is a great country we live in. This greatness depends, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. You can help make her future even brighter. I charge you, Jackson Rothgeb, to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift every task you do, every office you hold, to the highest level of service to God and your fellow man, so that we all may be justly proud. You're joining the ranks of many exceptional men who have stood before an Eagle Court just as you are doing now. Mark this moment in your heart and wear this badge in your heart at all times, so that all who know you and all that see you will know that you are an Eagle. And with this charge, I ask that Jackson Rothgeb be awarded the rank of Eagle Scout.
Will the Eagle Escorts please escort the parents and the candidate to the stage?
I now ask that the mother please pin the Eagle badge on her son.
Will all Scouts and Scouters please rise to stand at attention? And salute. 2. Please succeed.
Jackson, please pin your mother. Jackson, please pin your father. I now ask that the Eagle escorts assist me in the presentation of the Eagle neckerchief. Will the Eagle escorts please accompany the candidates' parents back to their seats? I now ask that the Eagle's nest please congratulate the candidate and return to their seats. So before the official announcement, I just want to present Jackson with some letters of commendation in his actual official National Council Eagle Scout recognition plaque. It's right here. So congratulations. Good job. I also would like to present him with a commendation for achieving the rank of Eagle from the Huntington Beach Union High School District. The Superintendent of Schools has written, Dear Jackson, on behalf of the Huntington Beach School District, it is a great honor to congratulate you on achieving the rank of Eagle Scout with Troop 1 in Huntington Beach. This rank is an exceptional distinction attained by only a small percentage of scouts, serving as a testament to your years of dedication, leadership, and service to your community. And they go on. There's that as well. Very, very cool. Also, a certificate of achievement from, you guessed it, Lego. Very cool. That's awesome. Seriously, that's awesome. I'll read what they said. Hello, Jackson. We recently learned that you've reached the prestigious rank of Eagle Scout. Awesome. Everything is awesome. Okay, I get it. In recognition of this epic accomplishment, we wanted to send you this letter and a certificate of congratulations. We know that it took hard work, empathy for others, and leadership skills to reach your goal of Eagle Scout. Jackson, these attributes make you an amazing person, and we're sure your family and friends are very proud of you. We certainly are. Again, congratulations and keep up the good work. Cynthia, the Lego Customer Service Supervisor. So that's really cool. Cynthia, great job. Take that with you as well. I don't think this one was.
No, it's mine.
Oh, this is just your notebook.
My speech.
Oh, it's your speech. You're going to need that. Okay. Put that right there. Your mentor pins are right there as well. So, well, with those commendations and such an amazing accomplishment, I would like to officially announce Troop 1's latest Eagle Scout, Jackson Rothgeb.
Two. 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 It's a great honor to be up here. It's the first time for me, so I'm a little nervous, but First, I would like to give out my mentor pins. And there were two scouters that I feel were extremely helpful throughout my time as a scout and up to this last bit until I got my Eagle. First, I would like to invite Mr. Palmquist to the stage. Mr. Palmquist has been in the troop longer than I've been alive, probably. He's given much help to the troop that has really been helpful to mine and all other scouts' careers throughout the troop. And I'd just like to thank you, and also with your help in my Eagle project.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
The other scouter I would like to recognize is Mr. Okerman. Mr. Okerman is a really cool scouter. His sons have both been SPLs now, and they were really cool to meet, and so is Mr. Okerman. I would like to thank you for your help with my Eagle project as well, and for being a great dad. Sorry. Now I would like to give my speech. So I would first like to extend my gratitude to those who helped me reach my goal, the scouters who worked alongside me and encouraged me on this path, and the many scouts who were peers or leaders teaching me the many important lessons that I hold to this day. My family for all the support they've given in different ways, and my friends for being there when I needed it and here to celebrate today. I feel like as we go through life, we may look at the achievements of others, seeing their feats, flaws, and honoring those differences that we all hold, making us unique. In this endeavor, though, we always fail to look inwards to see what we truly have to give and the accomplishments of our times, in my case, anyways. In my time in scouting, I've seen many great leaders and Eagles coming in and going, but I haven't really looked at myself as one. And many people have told me I'm a great scout or a great leader when, I'm not sure what that looks like in my image. It surprises me to look back and to see like all the amazing role models in my time of my past that brought me to this stage today, helping to guide me through scouting. It's with the support of those around me that I was able to reach the rank of Eagle. The hopes and dreams of a young scout have flourished, taking many years and a lot of determination to reach this point. And I hope that these values will reach the next generation of scouts. It has taken support and perseverance to reach this point, but I know it truly isn't finished, but rather a beginning, with the culmination of knowledge within my soul and mind, allowing me to carry myself onward with the values of scouting. This Court of Honor isn't just to celebrate my achievements, but to celebrate those that came before me, those who will come after, and those who are here to support the many scouts traveling on the trail to Eagle. This is a time to reflect on the good we've made for our fellow man. And as an avid explorer of nature, much like many in this room once said, it was Chris McCandless, he said, "The joy of life comes from our encounters with new experience, and hence there is no greater joy than to have an endlessly changing horizon, for each day to have a new and different sun." So I am glad to have been given this chance to be a part of Troop 1, to meet so many new people and experience such heights that I never thought I could before. Looking back on life is a precious gift because it shows our growth into who we are today, and that despite everything, it's still us, spirited and ready to give ourselves to the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackson, for that amazing speech. At this time, I would like to invite Scoutmaster Garrett Hay back to the stage for the Scoutmaster Minute.
Congratulations again, Jackson. And on behalf of myself, Mr. Kiltor, Committee Chairman, and the Troop 1 Committee, just want to thank you all again for attending Jackson Rothgeb's Eagle Court of Honor. No two are the same, and no two Scouts are the same. So today, in my Scoutmaster Minute, I wanted to talk about Jackson and about the power of presence. When I spoke to Jackson during our Scoutmaster Conference, as I do to all the Eagle candidates who come before me, I really try to implore them to search within themselves to find out what their story is in scouting, what their legacy is. If they were to be asked 20 years from now, what was scouting like for you? And it could be anything from, I love tying knots, to being a leader, to scouting's about hiking for me, or it can be deeper and go introspective and speak about character. I know that they've proven that they have good character and the fact that they've stuck with the journey and become Troop 1 Eagle Scouts. I know that part. So it's not always about character. Sometimes it can be about something as simple as I loved the canoeing merit badge. And that's what's great about scouting, is that what the scout doesn't realize is that when you say you love a merit badge or you love a knot tying or orienteering or pioneering, and that's your legacy, that's just as good as saying, well, that other stuff was okay, but I really loved leadership. That's what makes Troop 1 so great. So I want to speak about the power of presence with Jackson. He's been a scout almost his entire life. And I remember in the very beginning of Jackson's scouting career thinking, man, he's on like every outing, every single one. And that's fantastic. But I noticed that just out of the corner of my eye. And the effort that you put in as a scout or a scouter is the effort you put in. No one's asking you to do anything. No one's going to be pushing you. You want to accomplish things in scouting, you've got to walk through the door. The door's there for you, but you got to open it and walk through it. And I always noticed he was there. So he's leading, things are going great. And then the last few years of his youth scouting journey, I was like, wow, this young man is present for everything. I mean everything. I mean so much that I would look around and go, why are you here? And he would be like, I thought you guys needed an extra hand. And I was like, actually, we do. Thank you so much for being here. And so whether it was an outing or setting up for the 4th of July hot dog stand, but he wasn't working the shift because he did it 4 years before, and it doesn't matter what it is, he would be there for anything that the troop needs. And I noticed that narrative and that story starting to grow. And in so, it started to inspire me. 16, 17 years old, and you're inspiring an adult. And that's what we want from our scouts. And so your power of presence is so important to me and so important to the scouts that are around you, because they need to see that you're setting an example, and you set a wonderful example. Now, as I mentioned, all scouts are different, and earning the rank of Eagle is not for everyone. 3 to 4% of all scouts that are registered at any given time are the ones that actually make it to Eagle, okay? And so that's one of those things where the accomplishment, it shines because you made the extra effort to do so. Doesn't mean your scouting career was a failure, it just means that you made the extra effort to complete the program. But it doesn't end here, Jackson. It never ends. You are an Eagle Scout, you always will be, and you need to take your the values you learned and all the examples you set and keep sharing that with the community, okay? Now, like I said, all Eagles are different. And Jackson's Eagle process was one of, he wasn't really sure toward the end. And I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but I have to, because it inspired me. Some Eagles take a little bit more to get to the finish line. Some need a little extra help. Some need to be spoken to and really told and given the inspiration that they are good enough, that they can do this. And I just want you to know, Jackson, that towards that journey, toward the end of the journey, he was a little bit confused as to what was going on, because he's so present in scouting and he did so much for the troop that for whatever reason, earning the rank of Eagle, he would never think that not earning it would be a failure, because 313 miles hiked, I'm on every outing, I'm super present. I think I've done quite enough, but we knew that you had to complete this journey. And so many scouters here can attest that we were going to make sure that that happened for you. And what I want to say is, you showed up for us. And us standing before you and to help you reach Eagle, and us all here today, that's us. Let us show up for you, okay? Because all you did was show up for us for the entire time you were a scout. So I implore you, in your life, just remember that we're always going to show up for you. Troop 1 will always show up for you. So once again, buddy, congratulations. This is your day, and thank you guys all for coming. Have a good rest of the evening.
Please rise for benediction. I'd like to invite Everett Sternty up to the stage.
Please prepare yourself in the manner you're accustomed to. Dear Lord, we thank you for everybody showing up today for such a wonderful celebration of Jackson's journey. And I pray that you can guide him into this journey of life as an eagle. And I hope that you protect him and show everybody else what it means to be an eagle. Thank you. Or amen.
Jackson's family. Oh, be seated. No. Please rise for tabs.